How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk about why now is the best time to invest that you've seen in months. So I'm going to try to make a case here. You guys can let me know if I'm on the right track or if you think I'm on the wrong track down in the comments. It kind of struck me today that a lot of the time I just assume people know certain things on the channel, but we're getting people that are all different types of investors, all different experience levels. We have people that have invested for 40 years. We have people that are angel investors. We have people that have literally billions of dollars. And then we also have people that just started today. We have people that started and quit. So I want to talk about why now is the best time ever to start investing and why usually people say that, but now it's actually better than when people normally say that. I'll explain that here in a second. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, though, before we start, I really appreciate it. And let's just take a look. So, stimulus check. The House is preparing to pass this $1.9 trillion relief bill. We had it pass through the Senate, which was the most difficult part. Last year, we saw a lot of stimulus being pushed into the economy. We saw a lot of money being pushed, and it kind of struck people as odd last year because we kind of expected the stimulus checks to help, but no one, I think, during the pandemic expected to recover in the stock market as quickly as we did. Now, some of us still bought the dip. I was buying the whole time throughout the dip. I wasn't trying to be greedy or anything like that, but even I didn't think that we'd see stocks go up this much. I didn't think that we'd see this SPAC craze where people are seeing 80% returns in a week, and that's kind of normal. If you just hit the timing right, you get an 80% return. That's something that I don't think anyone expected. However, now we're seeing another stimulus bill. We're seeing a lot of money in the market, and we're actually seeing depressed prices on a lot of stock. Let me just show you some of the ones that we're seeing right now, and then I'll explain why now is the time to buy. And it's not just based on this. We see ARKK, right? ARKK, one of the most innovative funds out there, something that a lot of people had been buying into. A lot of people thought, okay, ARK is pretty much God. In Kathy, we trust, all this kind of stuff. And we're at about a 3 to 4 month low. So right now, we have not seen prices this low on ARKK since November 15. So we haven't seen this in about 3.5 months. Now, we're actually seeing outflows from ARK right now. We're not seeing more people buy in and buying the dip. We saw people that were happy to invest at $156 per share of this ARKK portfolio, and now that's down 30%, but the companies are exactly the same. There's more stimulus that's going to be passed, more money pumped into the economy. People want to sell out of their ARKK. They're trying to time it perfectly, which honestly, that very rarely works, and even if it works, it doesn't work consistently, because otherwise someone would make a lot of money being a hedge fund manager or being a YouTuber that always calls the right picks and has some Patreon or something. You would make a lot more money from doing that than you would from investing your own money, most likely. Now, that being said, we also have companies like Apple with a 4% drop today. We haven't seen lows like this in a company that's so stable, right? This is a $2 trillion company, and we're seeing a 4% drop. We haven't seen it at $116 since late November. So in this time period, we have not seen it this low. This is the same company that people were buying at $143 and parking it there for cash. We're seeing a better dividend yield now too. Neo, another company, and I'll get done with these companies here in a second, but I think they all have their merit, so I'll give them all a second here. We haven't seen lows this low on Neo since early November, like the first couple days of November, so 4 months, November, December, January, February. We haven't seen lows like this in over 4 months. AAC, this is a SPAC that's merging with a company that already has tens of millions of dollars in revenue. It already works with Target, Walmart, FedEx. This company works with some major companies, and it's sitting right around that $10 mark, $10.50. There's pretty much no downside. It got even lower. It was down at $10.27. I bought some over the last couple days because there's pretty much no downside. They just announced it. The SPAC downside redemption value is $10. So there's very little downside in this one. Now, I've been trying to tell people about opportunities like this in the Patreon over the last couple of weeks. Something that I need to do better on is talking about, teaching people about the stock market. And I'm just going to take a small tangent from this just for a second because I need to do better on that. Kind of like this video, right? I need to help younger, newer investors a little bit more. There is a link to Patreon if you want to sign up for that. I've been trying to help in certain ways, like last week I talked about redemption value and how you find that. I've been trying to calm investors as the market's dropping, trying to help them reduce risk without selling out of some high potential plays, like buying more SPACs like RAAC or SFTW. This company's in the space sector. It's growing very quickly. The space sector is. ARK is going to invest in the space sector, which is going to get a lot of hype. This company has government contracts. They already have revenue, and it's in at $10.92. It went all the way down to, I don't even know how low. It was way down there, $10.28. That's just a steal. I was happy to buy this 40% higher. TTOO, we haven't seen something like this for a couple months. And even then, this was at $1.31 a couple months ago. And, no one knew about it, or a lot less people knew about it, I should say. And this is a penny stock, so maybe penny stocks aren't anything. But this is in a growing sector also. In addition to that, again, I'll talk about why this is a good time to invest in a second. We have something like BlockFi, which I shamelessly talk about and plug. There is a link down below because they are literally paying you on cryptocurrency. If I told you 3 months ago that Tesla would be buying Bitcoin, billions of dollars, and we'd see fluctuations in price, Bitcoin would go up and then it would come back down, I think you would probably want to buy the dip. Now, I just moved a good amount of money out of GUSD because I am actually buying my house now soon. So, don't let this account balance that kind of dwindled down from what it was before make your opinion different. I still have all the Bitcoin and all the Ethereum in here that I had before because I'm bullish on this sector. We have S&P 500 companies buying billions of dollars in cryptocurrency, and BlockFi will literally pay you a bonus and pay you an interest rate on your deposits here. Now has never been a better time. The reason I say that is because usually people say the best time to invest was yesterday, the second best time is today. Well, that's not really true. If you're buying anything in tech, the best time to invest was not yesterday. It wasn't a month ago. It wasn't 2 months ago. It probably wasn't 3 months ago. It's right now. Right now is the lowest price that we've seen in a lot of these companies. And let me ask you this. The whole travel industry, the blue chip industry is going up. Let me ask you, 5 years from now, do you think something like Costco will go up more than something like NEO? Like RAC, like ARKK, something that has explosive growth. Do you think that Costco, Target, Walmart, Carnival, do you think Carnival Cruise Lines is going to grow more than NEO? I don't think so. Now, I could be wrong, but over the long term, I'd much rather invest in innovative companies that are growth companies. If you look over time, growth companies have done really well. ARK Invest, Kathy Wood, talked about this today. She thinks that right now, we're actually in so much less risk of a bubble than we were a couple weeks ago. She's saying that there's a broadening of the market right now, where it's not just going to be a couple companies that make it through, like in the 2000 tech bubble. Now we're going to see a lot of companies that are going to continuously go up. They're expecting a greater rate of return. They're expecting now to triple over the coming 5 years instead of double. So they're seeing that this is the best time to buy into a lot of these tech plays. And again, I think that's the case too. If I had told you, like I said months ago, that we would get stimulus, the worries of the pandemic would be a little bit behind us because there are more and more people getting vaccines, there would be more money in the market. Like I said, we're going to see depressed prices where companies are selling for 30, 40, 50% less than they were right now. Would you be excited? I think you would. I think you would be buying every single chance you get now that we've seen dips. Now, of course, I get it. You don't want to spend all your money at one time, but if you are not buying this dip, if you're really worried for the long term, I don't think that's the right mentality, especially if you're a new investor and you're not retiring in the next year or anything like that. Now is a great time to buy investments. Like NEO at $35, people would have loved that a couple months ago. That's something that no one thought we'd see again. Now, of course, you have to pick the right companies. You have to pick the right industries. There are companies that are inflated still now that I don't think are worth their depressed price. But that's where, hopefully learning more about the stock market helps. Hopefully, talking with other investors help. If you guys want to join the Patreon, there is that link down below. If you guys want to check out BlockFi, there's the link below. If you guys want to check out WeBull, which is my favorite platform for investing because they allow you to invest from 4 a.m. up till 9 p.m. or 8 p.m., whatever that is, Eastern time. So hours before the market opens and hours after the market closes, you can invest on WeBull. They're paying you a bonus if you deposit $100. Just deposit that $100 and you can get up to $1,850. Check out those links. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you guys want to see what Kathy Wood talked about earlier, she did an interview with CNBC. Definitely check out this video here on the end screen. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.